Welcome to another episode of Around the Diamond Podcast, Baseball with Bradley and Alec. On tonight's show, we are going to give you our predictions for opening day starting pitchers for every MLB team, as well as talking about how many AL East teams will be in the playoffs and picking one prospect from each team to make the opening day roster and predicting the stats for Roman Anthony and Jonathan Aranda. We are going to get started here with the AL East. And who do you have for the Boston Red Sox as their opening day starter in January?
Garrett Crochet.
It's been like a month.
I also have Garrett Crochet. That was the easy one. Now we get to the Baltimore Orioles. Who did you have for their opening day starter for 2026?
Kyle Bradish.
I went with Dean Kramer. I feel like you might be a lot closer than me. For the Rays, I went Ryan Pepio because I feel like he might be the opening day starter, even though it could be Drew Rasmussen.
I'll run a limb, buddy. I said Luis Severino.
For the Rays,
Are you sure? Because I can pay you.
Severino's still with the
I think I have to pay $80.
A's.
That's who I had down. Then I'll go with Pepio then.
And for the Blue Jays, I put Dylan Cease. I mean, they paid him all that money.
Yeah.
Why not let him be the opening day starter?
I agree.
The Yankees, I originally went Carlos Rodon, then it popped into the back of my head. Oh, I know they don't have Garrett Cole to start the season. They still have Max Fried.
I have Max Fried.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
AL Central, Detroit Tigers. This is the easiest one. We can say it at the same time. Tarek Skubal. Guardians. I went Tanner Bybee. And I feel like, this isn't chalk. I feel like they could go Gavin Williams to be the opening day starter, but
That's
Tanner
why
Bybee just...
I
Gavin.
We know, I guess.
Royals, I went Cole Reagans.
Same.
In the long run,
White Sox, their rotation's a mess.
Big question mark. That's same here.
I put, just for the heck of it, I put Shane Smith. Like, I could be wrong.
bits and pieces of it. It's not.
And then the Twins was kind of hard. There was two options for me, Pablo Lopez or Joe Ryan. I ended up landing on Joe Ryan.
God, how
Same.
many people have yelled at me
I had same.
because I've given
AL West, Mariners, this one's chalk. It's been this way for the last 3 years. Luis Castillo.
I have Brian Wu if that's even a logic pitcher for them.
He is. Astros, I want Hunter Brown. I feel like he's been the opening day starter the last 2 years.
Same.
Yeah, I know.
Rangers, who did you go with?
Cole Reagans.
You can feel it's working just fine.
Rangers?
Auxiliary,
Yes.
and it'll heat away.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, we're just gonna have to tough it out. He said
Oh, you think he get... That was Kansas.
Exactly the heat.
Who did you go with for the Royals?
Change. It's going to be exactly the same as
Royal. Oh, the same guy. Okay, never mind. Yeah, he's on my list twice. My bad. So.
Rangers, I want Jacob deGrom. I mean, it could be Jacob deGrom. It could be Mackenzie Gore. A's, who did you have for the Athletics?
Shane Smith?
Yeah.
That was the Whites.
Well, then,
Oh, so yeah.
It's always up to you. I can always put one in.
You got your list mixed up.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming out.
You got it. Oh, you said your dad does.
I went with Jeffrey Springs for the A's. Angels, I went Yusei Kikuchi.
Same.
What, this one?
Now we get to the National League.
Put in a heat pump.
You would think. That's why I got
AL East, Phillies. I went Aaron Nola. I feel like because Zach Wheeler might be out for a little bit. I think he's recovering from injury.
Yeah, same.
Mets. I feel like it's chalk now that they traded for him with the intentions of him being the opening day starter. Freddie Peralta.
Yep, I agree.
Braves, Chris Sale.
Oh yeah, that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. Okay, so for some off-the-wall reason, but I printed my notes. I only have the NL East. I don't have anybody beyond. I don't know what happened to my notes. Wow. Okay. My bad. So I'll go with-
Marlins. I went Sandy Alcantara.
yeah, same.
And the Nationals, I went with Jake Irvin. Because
Yeah.
I mean, like we said pre-show, the Nationals rotation is just disgusting. Like it makes no sense. The NL Central, I went for the Brewers. I went with Jacob Bezarowski, which I mean, do you think that makes a lot of sense?
I think
Because
it
they
does make a lot of
traded Freddie Peralta. Cubs, I went Shota Imanaga. Another one that makes a lot of sense. Reds, Hunter Green. He was the opening day starter last year. Why wouldn't he be again this year?
Hold on a second, bud. Hold on a second. Go ahead.
Reds, I went Hunter Green. Kind of obvious because he was their opening day starter last year. Pirates, I think we both know who the opening day starter is going to be for the Pirates.
No, yeah. If it's not Paul Skeens, I don't know. I don't know.
Paul
He must have been
Skeens.
under a rock.
Cardinals was another tough one. I went Matthew Liberatore. I mean, I guess that would make the most sense because he's the most experienced guy in the rotation. The Cardinals are another team that has a disgusting rotation, and not in a good way. And I'm sorry to say that, Cardinals fans. National League West, Dodgers. I was thinking about going Yamamoto, but I'm like, you know what? Shohei's going to have a full year of pitching this year. So give me Shohei Ohtani to be the opening day starter for the Dodgers.
I'll go with Ohtani too, buddy. Just for for whatever, Yeah, I'll go him. I'll go Ohtani too.
Diamondbacks, I went Merrill Kelly. I don't know if I trust anybody else to be the opening day starter there. I mean, I was going to go with Martin Rodriguez, but is he going to make it through spring training without getting hurt?
Well, I think the Diamondbacks are kind of hoping he does.
Padres, I went Michael King
Okay.
because they paid him all that money to come back. Giants, obviously Logan Webb because he's been their opening day starter the last 4 years, maybe 5. The Rockies, for the Rockies, I went Kyle Freeland.
Well,
And the Rockies are another one that just their rotation of.
I was gonna say it's the White Sox, the
Nationals,
Nationals, and the
Rockies.
Rockies, who have a interesting,
Disgusting rotation.
Conundrum.
Well, and the White Sox should be getting a bunch of their pitchers back that, like we talked about on the show last year.
Yeah.
At one point, the White Sox had 6 pitchers out with elbow injuries.
At the same time.
And one of them's Drew Thorpe, which, if he comes back and he's ready by opening day, would you be shocked at all if he got named the opening day starter?
Not at all. Not at all.
Because they need to get the Rockies, the only promising thing they've got in the rotation is a guy we talked about last year, and he was ranked as one of our top prospects, Chase Dollander. I'll let you go first with your stat projection for Roman Anthony.
Okay. I'm projecting him, Bud, to play anywhere from 140 to 150 games. His average will be between 263 and 270. His on-base percentage will be between 355 and 364. I could see him hitting anywhere from 19 to 21 homers, 65 to 75 ribbies, and he'll score 70 to 80 runs for the season for Roman Anthony.
What about stolen bases?
I didn't get that stat. Stolen bases, I'll say 10 to 15 by the end of the year. Something like that.
Okay. For Jonathan Aranda, I went with I think he's going to hit over 300 again because you can pencil him in to hit. I'm going to say 320. On base percentage is 630. Slugging of 898 because we know how good he was last year. Home runs, I think he breaks 30 this year. If he could stay healthy for at least 145, 150 games. So 34 home runs, 104 RBIs. And I think he chips in 6 stolen bases. And his walk percentage rate is going to be almost 11%. And strikeout rate, 4.5, which is reasonable for somebody like him. Because as we know, last year he was particularly pretty good at not striking out. He walked more than he struck out. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get to our first rapid fire topic of the show, and it is how many AL East teams will be in the playoffs in 2026. And Bradley's looking forward to this, and I'll let him go. I'll let him take first stab.
I'll say 3 to 4. There'll be one team that doesn't make it.
What 3 teams in the division?
I think the 3 teams that make it are Boston, New York, and Toronto would be my 3. Tampa Bay would be right there on the cusp. I think Baltimore has another bad year, and I don't think they make the postseason.
I'm also going to say 3. I'm going to say the Rays, the Red Sox, the Yankees. Rays, Red Sox, Yankees. With the Blue Jays just finishing on the outside, maybe a game behind the other 3. And then I'm with you. I think Baltimore has another bad year because they have a new manager, and it usually takes 1 or 2 years for those guys for the new managers to get all the guys they want in. And our second rapid fire topic is we each pick one player that we think will make the opening day roster for their team. Who did you choose, Bradley?
Oh, let me see, because I printed out a bunch of them. And correct me if I'm wrong, because again, I got these notes from Google, and I know some of this stuff is not precisely,
could be old. Is Jordan Lawler already with the Diamondbacks, or is he a guy that they said he's going to be battling Blaze Alexander for a roster, an outfield spot in spring training? That would be my pick. I'll go with him. Okay. I went with Pirates shortstop Connor Griffin, who's on the 40-man, and the Pirates have openly came out and said that they're going to give him an opportunity to make the opening day roster. Yet another young player possibly for the Pirates to have on the big league roster. Which is disgusting how much young talent they have. And they, right. I mean, and you know what? Let's talk about it. Are they turning a corner? It seems like after they got rid of Derek Shelton last year, that they started to figure out how to win games.
Well, I think, we both know, Bud, that when it comes to it, Father Time is undefeated. So sooner or later, even though you have certain players that move up, in age, they age out. And sooner or later, every franchise, I don't care who it is, has to go through some kind of rebuild with injecting young talent, either prospects or young players, whatever, in trade or whatever. So I think the Pirates are at that point now where they have to go young. I mean, sooner or later, all the team. I mean, I'll say this as a Red Sox fan. Look at us now. We got Anthony. We've got
Meyer.
There's a lot of young kids that from Pawtucket and from our minor league system that were, a lot of people.
Christian Campbell.
A lot of people.
Mikey. The latest one they're talking about is Mikey. I think it's Mikey Romero. They're saying that I think he might be at Pawtucket.
Okay.
They're talking about him maybe battling for a roster spot this year.
Well, I was going to say people criticize the Rays, but actually if you look at it, a lot of the teams in current baseball are taking their way of doing it. You draft a lot of guys, you bring them up, you start them, and you hope to keep them, but sometimes one of them or two of them will get away because You can't afford everybody. I mean, well, you can in baseball. You can in baseball.
If you were the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Dodgers and the Mets. They can sign whoever they want. So
Well, when you got Steve Cohen as your owner, then
yeah,
there's that aspect.
mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'm gonna say that I think that the Pirates are kind of turning a corner, and I'm gonna say they maybe compete for a wild card spot this year. What do you think?
No, I like that, bud. I honestly like that because at the end of the day, as us sports fans, we get sick and tired of seeing the same teams over and over again. Why not? Why not put one of these teams like the Pirates, give them a shot?
The Reds,
who we all know made it last year because the Mets choked it down the end and the Reds got in. And we knew the Reds were going to be out in the first round anyway. We all knew that. But, hey, they still made it to the postseason. Terry Francona turned that team around. I could see them being in it again this year. The Pirates could be another team that could be in it again this year. Or, could be. Well, look at Toronto, man. Toronto was down for how many years? And then last year, all the way to the World Series. No one thought they were going to go to the World Series.
No.
Fans did. I know a lot of people.
Well, and here's my issue, and I was reading about this on, I think it was Facebook earlier today. And Blue Jays fans, if you want to chime in, you can. They were saying, oh, who's the worst GM in Toronto history? Is it the Blue Jays GM or the Toronto Maple Leafs?
It's got to be Maple Leafs.
You can't say the Blue Jays because they just made the World Series.
Yeah, there's no question. It's got to be the Maple Leafs. They haven't been
relevant.
They make it to the postseason, but if they run,
they choke.
Yeah.
They either run into Boston, Tampa Bay, and they choke in the playoffs. You can't say the same thing about the Blue Jays yet. I would say, if anything, and I know we're kind of getting off kilter here because this is about baseball, but if you're going to talk about a GM in Toronto, I would say that the Raptors GM is horrible because they've won one championship.
True, and then they dismantled that team. Well, they fired their head coach. Nurse got fired, and it's like, what? What?
Yeah,
the guy coached you to an NBA championship, and you fire him the following year.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And you get rid of Kawhi, but that's basketball anyway.
It's the NBA.
Yeah. Let's stay on course. So, overall thoughts on the Red Sox signing Framber Valdez, since you're the Red Sox enthusiast.
I didn't even see that. Wow.
Not Valdez, Ranger Suarez. Correction.
Well, again, they have to make a splash because, every time we turn around, somebody in our division's making a splash. So they had to go out and do something. Bregman's gone. They lost Bregman to the Cubs. So they had to do something, to make a splash. And I think because us Red Sox fans are so used to winning, we did win last year, but the few years before that, we did not win at all. We were fourth or fifth in the AL East, which for Red Sox fans, it's like, what? That doesn't happen. Because the Red Sox all of a sudden have stopped spending money. We used to go and spend money and go get these guys, but we don't do that anymore.
Yeah. Now and if I can chime in for a second, wasn't Hein Bloom your GM?
He was, and I know he's not anymore, but he was. Yes.
Well, and it doesn't seem like the Cubs are done either.
No. And
they've been in on, it sounds like they're in on Zach Gallen. They're in on Framber Valdez.
Well, they won the World Series in 2018.
I think it was 16.
16. They want to win again. I mean, they don't want to. They don't want to have another 100 years where they win another 100 years for the Cubs to win the World Series. But they're not going to wait around. They've got that, that bug bit them when they won the World Series. It's like, oh, we want to win again. We want to keep winning, and they have the capability of doing that. And the NL Central, outside of what would you say, Milwaukee would be the only team that I can think of that may stand in their way this year. You know what I mean? I don't. So, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking up the starting rotations for every team this year. Starting future team. Oh, here's a name, a blast from the past. Aaron Sanchez
That is a blast from the past.
lands an opportunity with the Kansas City Royals. Okay, so to report, agree. Okay, so we're going to share a screen. We are going to look at a Bleacher Report article predicting every team's starting rotation for 2026. And we're going to give our thoughts and opinions. So, who's it going to start with? The Diamondbacks. Projected starting rotation: Merrill Kelly, Ryan Nelson, Eduardo Rodriguez, Brandon Pfaadt, Michael Soroka. Oh boy. I'll let you take this one first. Take into account, I'm going to say this: Merrill Kelly's the ace right now, but they should be getting Corbin Burns back at some point, which would slide everybody down a spot.
Well, I think if that's the case, but I think they'll hold it down until he comes back. But yeah, we'll see, because it does say in the bottom of the article, it says, and roll the dice on Michael Soroka. So he must be the question mark in out of the 5.
Yeah.
So
I would agree. I mean, we've seen Soroka pitch as a starter before. I think he's better as a reliever. And I think the only reason he's in there right now is like we just said a minute ago, because Corbin Burns is going to start the year on the injured list, recovering, finishing up his rehab from Tommy John. So, but what would you rank that? What would you rank that rotation on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being really good, 1 being awful.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but I'll say 6.
I'm gonna say 6 too. Athletics projected rotation: Luis Severino, Jeffrey Springs, Nick Martinez, Jacob Lopez, and Luis Morales. I'll take this one first. I'm going to give this a 5.5. What Luis Severino are we going to get? Are we going to get the Luis Severino that complained last year about playing in a minor league ballpark? Or are we going to get the Luis Severino we got when he was with the Yankees?
I agree all the way around, but I'll do the 5.5 thing too. And when your ace is complaining about where you're playing, that's a problem, and it shouldn't matter. Just go pitch. That's your job.
The only other thing I'm going to say is I like the 4 and 5 guys in the rotation, Morales and Lopez. I think they have a lot of potential, and you see Severino's not getting any younger. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we know from experience with the Rays, Springs isn't getting any younger.
Nope.
And Nick Martinez is a good, serviceable starter, but he can also, if you have another prospect come up, like Gage Jump or somebody, he can easily slide to the bullpen and he won't throw fit. No. Other internal candidates: Jack Perkins, Luis Medina, JT Ginn, Gunnar Hoglund, Mitch Spence, Joey Estes, and Mason Barnett. Atlanta Braves projected starting rotation: Chris Sale, Spencer Swallenbach, Spencer Strider, Hurston Waldrop, Grant Holmes.
And then it says there, but too, if Renato Lopez returns to a starting role, so healthy. I'll give this lineup a 6-2. I'm sorry, the rotation is 6-2.
It's the same here. And it's not because of the top three. The top three is just, that's ridiculous. You line up a series. Oh, who you going against in game one? No easy task. Oh, we get Chris Sale game one. Okay, so you're going to lose game one. Who you got game two? Spencer Strider or Spencer Swellenbach? Okay, so we get Swellenbach game two and we maybe win. Who you got game three? Oh, Spencer Strider. Yeah, you're losing 2 out of 3. The only in that rotation, the only thing I'm not dead set on is Hurst and Waldrop. Because I mean, we did see flashes last year of him being a good pitcher, but then there was games where he gave up 5 or 6 earned runs.
Can't do that.
No.
Can't do that.
And then let's see what it says for other internal candidates. Renato Lopez, Joey Wentz, Dedenier Fuentes, and Bryce Elder. Yeah. Bryce Elder, maybe. Those other ones. Okay, this one should be interesting. Baltimore Orioles. Their ace. Oh, I forgot they had Trevor Rogers. Trevor Rogers, Kyle Bradish, Shane Baz, Dean Kramer, Zach Eflin.
5?
5.5. Yeah, 5. I'm sorry, Zach, but you're not getting any younger. Shane Baz, What Shane Baz are you going to get in Baltimore?
I was just going to ask that same question, buddy, because I got a chance, like I said, to cover them 2 years ago, and there were starts where he was great, and then there were starts where he struggled. So, yeah.
Other internal candidates: Tyler Wells, Cade Povich, Brandon Young,
Chase
McDermott. I would say if Tyler Wells is back, they're probably going to have him on an innings limit because him and Bradish both had elbow surgery.
Okay.
Red Sox. Crochet, Gray, Boyle, Crawford, Oviedo.
I guess my only question, buddy, would be Oviedo. He's the only one that I haven't seen pitch yet. But he came from the Pirates, right? Is he?
Yes. 7?
I would say 7 because I like Gray. I know, again, that's another guy that's not a spring chicken. And Brian Bello was solid last year, and so was Cutter Crawford. So, and
they did sign Ranger Suarez. I know he's not in. They don't have him in the projected starting rotation, but I mean, he's probably going to slide in there, and that moves Crawford probably down to 5.
Okay. So
and that Bayo. So your top 3 are Crochet, Gray, Suarez,
and then Bello, and then Crawford.
Yeah. And then Oviedo can be that swing guy if you need to give somebody a. Let's see. Other internal options: Connolly Early, Peyton Tolley, Patrick Sandoval. Oh, yeah. I completely forgot you still have Patrick Sandoval. Because he was out last year. And Kyle Harrison. Well, they're talking about that Sandoval could be a reliever for y'all. And then where does that leave Kyle Harrison?
I don't know. I mean,
Kyle Harrison, Peyton Tolley, Connolly Early. Where does that leave the 3 of them? Bullpen, maybe?
And they're all left-handers, too. They're all lefties. So, yeah.
Chicago Cubs, as of this live stream, their projected rotation: Matthew Boyd, Cade Horton, James Satayat, Sheda Imanaga, Colin Ray. What would you give this on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'd say 6 or 7. It's solid. They got a solid rotation in Chicago.
6.5.
Okay.
The only, I'm not going to say unknown, but the only guy that we haven't really seen pitch a whole year in the big leagues is their number 2 starter, Cade Horton.
Kate Horton.
Prospect. And there's already talk that, Ben Brown might not even make the team out of spring, and they might send him down to Iowa, their AAA. Let's see. Javier Assad, Jordan Wicks, Jackson Wiggins. Wow. They don't even mention Ben Brown as a
Potential guy.
no. I think that either means he's going to get traded or they're going to try to use him as a reliever. Oh, boy. Here we go. The White Sox.
One of those stats we
Oh,
talked about earlier being
that is that is gross. Oh, that is a gross rotation. That is gross. Shane Smith, Anthony, there's a name from the past. Anthony K, Davis Martin, Sean Newcomb, Sean Burke. Oh, Lordy. I'll let you give this grade on the scale of 1 to 10 first.
I'll give it a 3, and that's being friendly.
Explain why to White Sox fans.
Well, it's Chicago. No, I'm joking. No, they're obviously in a rebuild. It's young, so you never know what you're going to get out of these guys. So no,
I'll say this: Newcomb's not young. Anthony K's not young. Anthony K used to pitch for the Blue Jays.
You sprinkle in the veteran guys to be there.
Well, and I got to think once they get a guy like Drew Thorpe back, he's going to slide it. He's going to pencil into the rotation somewhere. And then maybe when they call up Noah Schultz, he goes into the rotation, and then Anthony K and Newcomb just become bullpen guys. I'm also going to go, and I'm sorry, White Sox fans, this is going to sound disgusting. I'm going to go 2, and that's being generous. Anthony, I just can't. I don't know if I could take Anthony K being a starting pitcher, giving me 5 innings. Internal option, other internal candidates. Jonathan Cannon, Chris Murphy, Noah Schultz, and Tanner McDougal. Chris Murphy. Wasn't he a Red Sox?
I believe so.
He was a Red Sox prospect. The Cincinnati Reds. Projected opening day rotation: Hunter Green, Andrew Abbott, Brady Singer, Nick Lodolo, Chase Burns. Unless they decide to flip Brady Singer ahead of his final year of arbitration, it looks like the first 4 spots in the Reds rotation are set. Well, flamethrower Chase Burns is front runner for number 5 job. I'm going to give this one a 7.5.
I'll go right there with you, bud.
The only question is Chase Burns going to be the number 5 starter? Other internal options: Chase Petty and Rhett Lauder. Who is next?
Cleveland Guardians.
The guards. Gavin Williams, Tanner Bybee, Slade Ciccone, Joey Castillo, and Logan Allen. Yikes. The top 2 are good. 3, 4, 5. Logan Allen was good last year, so I guess it's just Ciccone and Castillo. And Cantillo's a young guy, so
5.
Overall, this 5, and that's being generous. Oh, other internal candidates: Parker Messick, who got some time last year, and Daniel Espino. Oh boy, Here's one of the two other teams. The Colorado Rockies. Kyle Freeland, Chase Dollander, Ryan Feltner, Tanner Gordon, Antonio Senzatella. I'll let you take this one first. And I don't. Let's try not to hurt Rockies fans' feelings.
2, 3.
3. I like Chase Dollander. Tanner Gordon had some good. The problem, and we've talked about this, the problem with Colorado is pitchers don't like pitching there.
Well, it's a hitter's ballpark, too. Coolers Field.
Yeah, because of the altitude.
Yeah.
And it's better. That's why they never get any free agent pitchers, and the free agent pitchers they've gotten have said they did not like it at all there. Who is next? The Tigers. Scooble Flaherty.
Justin.
Okay. Return to Detroit for Justin Verlander. You know what? I'm not a Tigers fan, but I know our buddy Adam. I don't think he'd mind that.
Well, and actually, but if you look too, it says potential returns with Justin Verlander or Max Scherzer. So how about one of those two in that third spot?
Yeah. Scuba, Flaherty, Verlander, or Scherzer. Mize, Reese Olson. So I give this one a 7.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Even though it's an old Verlander or Scherzer. Drew Anderson leading in-house candidate for number 5 spot. Who was signed on a 1-year deal early December. Okay, so internal candidates, you've got Drew Anderson, Troy Melton, Dare Montero, Ty Madden, and Sawyer Gibson Long. Who do we got? Oh,
yeah, sure.
Houston Astros. Cheaters. Hunter Brown, Christian Javier, Tatsuya Imai, Lance oh boy. There's somebody that has issues staying healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Lance McCullers and Mike Burrows. 6. And it's because we don't know what Imai is going to be. And I'm also going to say we don't know how much of Lance McCullers we're going to get.
Correct.
So you're all. And Mike Burrows, I mean, he had some good starts for the Pirates last year, but a full season. Internal candidates: Spencer Arrighetti, Jason Alexander, Nate Pearson, Colton Gordon, JP France, AJ Blueball,
Mm-hmm.
and Miguel. Yeah, I'm going to pass on that last name. I don't want to butcher it. Kansas City Royals. Cole Reagan, Seth Lugo, Chris Bubich, Michael Wacha, Noah Cameron. 6.5.
Yeah, I was going to say they got a lot of veterans in that rotation.
Other than Noah Cameron.
Yeah.
Reagan's and Cameron are the two young guys.
Well, Lugo's been around he's been with the Royals for a long time, and Wacha's been around too. Wacha's pitched for the Rays, the Red Sox, so I know. Yeah.
Yes. Internal candidates: Ryan Bergeret, Stephen Kulik, Bailey Fulter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, oh boy.
The Angels.
The Angels. Yusei Kikuchi, Lucas Giolito. Kikuchi, Giolito, Soriano, Grayson Rodriguez, Reed Detmers. 4.
Yeah. I'd say 4. Yeah.
Internal candidates. Oh boy. Oh, that first name.
Alek Manoah. That name is very familiar.
Blue Jays.
Yep.
Angels, I hope you know what you're getting yourself into with Alek Manoah.
Well, maybe the change from Canada to California may change him. We'll see.
Maybe. Jason Seth, Sam Oldready,
Yeah.
Caden Dana, who we ranked last year on our prospect rankings, and Jack, my favorite name to say in baseball, Jack Kahano is oh boy. This should be interesting.
Yeah.
The Dodgers. Yamamoto,
Yes.
Snell, Otani, Glasnow, Emmett Sheehan, Roki Sasaki.
Can we just say 10?
9.5.
9.5. Okay.
Like Emmett Sheehan's coming back from elbow surgery. And are we going to get a full year of Roki Sasaki? Because last year it seemed like...
I was going to ask that question. He's got to be the question mark out of those 6. So, yeah.
Well, and then they say Gavin Stone. They've got too many guys for too few. For Gavin Stone, Landon Knack, Kyle Hurt, River Ryan, Justin Robleski. There's 5 guys that could start for another team.
Yeah. That's
ridiculous how much depth the Dodgers have, and a couple of those guys are probably going to be in their bullpen.
Probably.
Well, River Ryan's coming back from Tommy John, so he'll probably be out for the first couple months. Oh boy, the Miami Marlins. Sandy Alcantara, Yuri Perez, Edward Cabrera's gone, so is Ryan Weathers. So you know what? Just this one's a wash. The Marlins rotation's a wash because 2 of those guys are gone.
Okay.
Cabrera's with the Cubs, and Weathers is with the Yankees. In total candidates, Max Meyer, Jansen Junk, Adam Mither, Ryan Gusto, Dax Fulton. I'm surprised they don't have any of the guys we ranked last week on there. Milwaukee Brewers, this should be interesting. Okay, so Freddie Peralta's gone. So you could slide Woodruff up to that 8th spot.
Okay.
Bezarowski up to 2. 3 is Priester. 4 is probably Logan Henderson. So that means 5 would be probably a competition. Makeshift rotation. I'm going to say 4.5.
Yeah, I'll go with you, bud.
And that's just because Bezarowski didn't pitch the whole year. Henderson didn't pitch the whole year either. Internal candidates: Chad Patrick, D.L. Hull, Robert Gasser, Tobias. Tobias Myers is gone too. He's in New York with the Mets. The Minnesota Twins. Let's see. Joe Ryan, Pablo Lopez, Bailey Obers, Simeon Woods Richardson, and Taj Bradley. 6.
Yeah, Taj was my favorite Rays pitcher. Just going to go out on a limb and say that. Yeah, he was my favorite Rays pitcher.
Internal candidates: Zebby Matthews, David Festa, Nick Abel, Marco Rea, who we... Hey, there's one of the prospects we ranked. Marco Rea.
Yep.
And Andrew Morris. New York Mets. Well, that ace, not Framber Valdez, that would be cross out Framber Valdez, and you could put Freddie Peralta in there. So Freddie Peralta, Nolan McLean, David Peterson, Sean Manaea, Kodai Senga. What would you give that rotation?
5?
Yeah. I would say 5 as well. Clay Holmes, Jonah Tong, Sprode is gone. Kristen Scott might be somebody that they might end up going to 6-man because Christian Scott's going to be back. And I mean, I would think you would want a guy like Jonah Tong in your rotation.
Mm-hmm.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, these rotations could change. It's still January.
Yeah, because I think I heard something, but we're 2 weeks away from reporting? Something like that. They're right around the corner from
the New York Yankees.
When spring training starts.
Max Fried, Cam Schlittler, Luis Hill.
Zach Littell.
Wow. Okay, I that would be an underrated signing for the Yankees. And Will Warren. Oh, I did. Garrett Cole, Carlos Rodon, and Clark Schmidt all expected to start the season on the injured list.
I guess my question, but with this rotation, is: do you think that they can hold it down until those three come back? I mean, that's the question. Again, because me and you are non-Yankee fans, we want to see them fail. We want to see that. But if this rotation can hold it down, they're at least a 4 or 5 until those three guys come back. Because if you have Cole and Fried, that's 2, like you were talking earlier with the 2 out of the 3 games. You meet them, you're not going to win most of those games. Most of those games are going to be
unless you're the Rays and you right. Own Garrett Cole,
right?
Which not many teams can say that.
Correct.
But yeah, I would say 4 or 5. Internal candidate. Speaking of ex-Tampa Bay Rays.
Ryan Yarbrough. Yeah, I remember him.
I do too, Yarbs. Philadelphia Phillies.
The Phillies.
Christopher Sanchez. Jesus Luzardo. Aaron Nola. Taijuan Walker. And here we go again.
Max Scherzer. Okay.
6.
Max Scherzer in Philadelphia. I don't. Okay.
That just doesn't.
Wow. Just wow.
Yeah. Okay. Well, other internal candidates: Brad Keller, Andrew Painter, June Cabrera, and it feels like the year and a half that we've been doing this baseball, it feels like we always talk about Andrew Painter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is this the year finally we see him in the big leagues? It's got to be.
Yeah.
And we just ranked him in our prospect rankings.
We did.
Pittsburgh Pirates. This should be interesting. Skeens, Mitch Keller, Braxton Ashcraft, Bubba Chandler, Tyler Anderson.
Four? Minus Skeens.
5 at 5. Did they actually sign Tyler Anderson? Targeting veteran lefties on 1-year deals in recent years. Signing Derek Collin 2020, Tyler Anderson 2021, Jose Quintana, Rich Hill Martinez, and a reunion with Anderson or Quintana would keep the trend alive.
Rich is still pitching.
No, I think he's retired.
Okay, I was going to say.
So, internal candidates: Carmen Mlodzinski, Hunter Barco, Thomas Harrington. Out of those 3, I would take any of those 3 in the 5th spot over a guy like Tyler Anderson.
Padres.
So the Padres: Nick Pivetta, Michael King, Joe Musgrove, Randy Vasquez,
Walker Buehler, the former pitcher of the Red Sox last year.
Bueller.
Good movie.
Yes. Well, what would you give this rotation on a scale of 1 to 10?
6.
6. I agree. Other candidates: JP Sears, Kyle Hurt, and one of the few knuckleballers left in baseball, Matt Waldron. It's hard to say that. The San Francisco Giants. Logan Webb. Well, Regis Suarez, he's on the Red Sox, so you could take that out. That would be Logan Webb, Robbie Ray, Tyler Mahle, Adrian Hauser, and one of Landon Roop, Hayden Barsong, Carson Weisenhant, K-Way Tang, Trevor McDonald, JT Brubaker. I want to be generously nice. 4.
Yeah.
The only thing holding it back is obviously who's the fifth starter going to be, because you move all those guys up one spot except for Logan Webb.
Yeah.
The other three.
Mariners.
Seattle Mariners. Brian Wu, Logan Gilbert, Luis Castillo, George Kirby, Bryce Miller. 5?
Yeah.
Here's another team that has just ridiculous amount of depth. Logan Evans, Emerson Hancock are the in-house candidates. That's just, oh boy, here's the Cardinals. So they think they're going to sign Zach Gallen. Can you see that?
Yeah, it's a possibility. I know.
Let's just hypothetically say they did. So Zach Gallen, Matthew Liberatore, Dustin May, Michael McGreevy, Andre Palante.
4?
4.5. I mean, Dustin May. Are you going to get Dodgers Dustin May, or are you going to get the Dustin May you got at the end of last year with the Red Sox? Matthew Liberatore's young. Michael McGreevy's young. Palante's not a spring chicken. Well, let's see who else they've got. Kyle Leahy, Quinn Matthews, and Tink Hintz. Hey, 2 of those 3 guys we have ranked in our prospect rankings. Hintz and Matthews.
Mm-hmm.
Tampa Bay. Oh boy, this should be interesting. Tampa Bay Rays. Who is that a picture of?
Shane McClanahan.
Okay. So Drew Rasmussen, Shane McClanahan, Ryan Pepio, Steven Matz, and they're gonna say Ian Seymour? Okay. 7?
I'll say 7, but again, the question is what Shane McClanahan.
It's not a confident 7.
Yeah, I would say 6 to 7, somewhere in that
6.5.
Yeah, I mean Rasmussen and Pepio, we know what you're getting out of those guys. Shane
Seymour.
I don't even know who Seymour is. So
he pitching prospect. He was up last year at the tail end of the year.
Okay.
He was the one that got the win when they went 11 innings in Boston and his major league debut.
Okay.
And his whole family was in the crowd. So let's see. Internal options.
Joe Boyle.
Yohendrys Gomez, Joe Rock, and Brody Hopkins. Hey, I believe we ranked Brody Hopkins.
I think we did.
Ian Seymour pitched well in first MLB action last year. With Joe Boyle has electric stuff, a fastball that averages 98.5, and a swing and miss slider, and top candidate for number 5 starter spot. He likely won't break camp with a spot, but top pitching prospect Brody Hopkins should debut in 2026. Yeah. The Texas Rangers. Jacob deGrom, Nathan Eovaldi, Jack Leiter. Chris Bassett is a no because they traded for Mackenzie Gore, so X Chris Bassett's name out and put Mackenzie Gore there and Kamal Rocker. 6?
6 or 7?
Yeah. My only, I don't want to say downside, but my only negative thought about this rotation is Kamal Rocker and Jack Leiter. Are they going to take a step up in their second year? Because I believe they were both rookies last year. It says Jack Leiter should be locked in for a rotation spot, while Kamal Rocker, Jacob Latz have both shown potential, but ideally the team would have to rely on them for one start rather than 2. A short-term deal with Chris Bassett would have a workers veteran to help take some pressure off the young arms. And they're Jacob Lantz, Jose Cornela, and David Pavilio.
Yep.
The Toronto Blue Jays. Kevin Gossman, Dylan C. Oh, boy. Wow. What a rotation. So Gossman, Cease, Bieber, Yusevich, and Ponce. 7. And the only reason I say 7 is because, I mean, we saw Cody Ponce with the Marlins. We saw him with the Yankees. And I believe we saw him with the Red Sox before he went overseas. He was not very good. According to what I've read, he has changed his pitch mix. I think the Blue Jays are taking a big gamble, 3-year, $30 million deal. And then Shane Bieber coming back. Other internal options. Wow. So they're saying that Jose Barrios is not going to be in the rotation? Expected to be other man out and candidate to be traded before the season starts. Who?
He's still at 68 mil.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Who's taking that kind of? Who's taking that much money?
The Dodgers or the Mets? Would be the only two.
Do the Dodgers need any more starting pitching help? Send them to the Marlins. They need to start. They need to spend money. Oh boy!
Yeah,
the Washington Nationals. Mackenzie Gore's gone, so it's Josiah Gray, Kate Cavalli, Foster Griffin, Brad Lord, who used to pitch at USF. Like we said earlier, that's a disgusting rotation. It's filthy dirty. And who? 2? 2.5?
Yeah. Yep.
Jake Irvin, Mitchell Parker, Andrew Alvarez. I believe that is it for that. That was... And, ladies and gentlemen, I believe... Can you hear me still?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know your show's Thursday, but why don't you tell them about it today, and then we can tell them about it again on Thursday.
Yeah, guys, the Walker Report will be on Thursday, 8 o'clock. I saw something today, and I'll ask my co-host about it on Thursday about the targeting rule being changed in college football of them not kicking the players out. Because in the NFL, you get a 15-yard penalty. It's kind of hard to kick a kid out for a game, at least the rest of the game in the first half of the next game, if there is a next game. So I think I'm going to read more into, I got the article to go through, but I'll be asking Alec and Adam and Louie on Thursday. We can open the show with that and kind of chit chat back and forth about it. We'll have Royal Rumble results. I'm going to go over to my buddy's house. I know the Royal Rumble starts at 2 o'clock, so I'm going to try to turn my phone off so I don't see who wins prior to going over to watch it with my buddy. But I'm going to go over there and, yeah, we'll talk about – we'll be previewing the Royal Rumble. My bad, we won't get to that point. Previewing the Royal Rumble. Yeah, and I'm sure there'll be other sports topics coming up, but we'll be there on Thursday, 8 o'clock. So, Walk Report.
Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, until Thursday, and another episode of the Aranda Diamond Podcast. We will see everybody Thursday night, same time, same place. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday night. I will see you on Thursday, Brad.
Good night, guys. Yep. See you then, buddy.
Yep.